Hey, Derek here again, and welcome to this second video in our Girls USA Field Hockey Sports Scholarship Tour videos. So if you joined us for the first video, you would understand that we're releasing a couple of basically tutorial videos to give you a bit of an understanding of what's on offer in the USA and why this is such an attractive opportunity for girls who play field hockey and they're fired up about their sport. What we're going to be talking about is our tour from Sydney to Orlando, Florida, and I'll give you more details on that a little bit later in later videos. But basically, there's a massive tournament going on in the USA in January of 2020, and it's an opportunity for Australian and New Zealand girls to be playing internationally and also getting on the radar of and building relationships with college coaches. So we're putting together a really cool holiday experience, but it's a holiday with benefits. At the end of that period, you'll have had a USA experience and you'll get to understand whether a sports scholarship opportunity is right for you, and you will have had the opportunity to build and cement relationships with coaches in person. So we'll give you more detail on that as we go, but we're basically taking a full team away. So there's 16 spots, so it is a very limited opportunity. So what we'll be doing, aside from playing in the tournament, so the tournament will run over 3 days. We've got some other exciting things that we've got going on. So we're going to make it a holiday experience for you. And basically, I'll go into more detail on some of the things that we're looking at doing while we're in Orlando. Okay, so for those of you that haven't seen the first video, you should be able to get the video, first video at the top of the page here. I'm Derek Morgan. I'm the co-founder of USASportsScholarship.com and the 30-day game plan. So I'll just quickly run through a couple of things that we touched on in the first video. My wife and Melissa, our oldest daughter, Georgia, is currently in the on scholarship in the USA. At the time that we're recording this, she's home for her first summer break. She's had an amazing year. Won a conference championship, made some amazing friends, and just loving her life over in the States. So she's back home for 3 months, working, saving some money, getting ready to go back in August. Our younger daughter, Amelia, she's in grade 11, so midway through her second last year of high school. She's been watching her sister's progress and the amazing things that have been going on for her, and she's fired up about following in Georgia's footsteps and getting a scholarship in the USA as well. So she's going through her own journey. So we've been at both ends of the spectrum, and we're also right in the middle of the thick of things with you as parents and as student athletes. Okay, so what we covered off on in the first video, so I won't go through this in detail. You can go back and watch that first one. We talked about the amazing infrastructure that is available in the US college system. It's a really elite program, field hockey, over there, and basically if you're playing Division 1 as an example, you've got 3 full-time coaches. You've got resources that are bigger than most national programs, definitely bigger than the state academy programs, purely and simply because of the amount of money backing them, and the resources that these colleges have available to them is quite extraordinary. So, Georgia went to the US. We covered off on this. She walked into a ready-made group of friends that she already had connections with before she even got there. She's making international connections all over the place. You get 20 contact hours per week in season with your coaches if you're playing Division 1, and we'll cover off on the other 2 divisions. There's 3 different divisions you could be looking at. 20 contact hours a week gives you lots of opportunity to do video sessions, skills sessions, teamwork, individual sessions, weight training, yoga, all sorts of different things that you're going to get through those programs. A lot of one-on-one coaching. You're playing 1 to 2 games a week and traveling, and then you've got a whole army of professional support staff backing you up. You've got an army of supporters in the parents that really, the local parents, the US parents, really embrace the international kids. And there's a whole lot of socializing that goes on with families and teams after games. And so we covered off on that in detail in video 1, so you can go back and have a look at that. We also talked about why would you look at going to university in the USA versus getting a degree at home. And you know that your home life and your routine's going to be similar but different to what you just experienced in high school. Okay, you've probably got friends and family that have been through it or going through it, and you've seen what the university life is like at home. Nothing wrong with that, but everybody's got a degree. How do you stand out? So compare the routine that you can see yourself going into versus traveling to the US, living as an international student athlete, working in elite programs, the skills and experiences that gives you, the travel, the excitement, the adventure. You develop differently as a student athlete compared to the average student with a degree. And this journey makes you a more interesting person, and it makes you more attractive in the job market. So again, have a look at video 1 for more details on that. So what we're going to cover off on in the upcoming videos, particularly in video 3, is the things that we did wrong, the things that we did right, and how you can avoid making the same mistakes that we did. Okay, and we're going to give you, in this video, tips and tools on researching colleges and creating college shortlists. Okay, so you can start to dig a little bit deeper into some of the colleges that might interest you. Okay, so as we've talked about, this is more than just a holiday. It's a holiday experience with potentially some life-changing benefits. Okay, you're going to be playing in front of 300 coaches. Now, not all of those coaches were college coaches, but there's a bunch of college coaches at the Winter Escape, and we've already been talking with college coaches about us bringing a team over there, and they've been saying they'll definitely be coming to the Winter Escape if we're there because they want to see our Australian kids and New Zealand kids. So this is raising the profile of Australian and New Zealand hockey. That's what this whole concept is about, and raising your profile as a player that's coming on tour with us. Okay. So we're taking 2 goalies, obviously, 5 defenders, 5 midfielders, and 4 strikers. So we don't want to be overloaded with too many kids that have to play out of position. Okay, so we're trying to balance out the teams. So whilst there's 16 spots, there's even less spots in your specialty position. Okay, so you're going to need to jump in quickly here to secure your spot on the team. So who's going to get the most out of this tour? Girls in grade 10 and 11, this is the perfect window for you, okay? Because you're going to be setting yourself up with plenty of time to be going through this process, building relationships with coaches and fast-tracking the process, particularly for grade 11 girls into your final senior year. Perfect timing. Okay, so if you're in your final year of high school right now, and you already have been investigating, working on and researching getting a sports scholarship, and you know that it's right for you and you've gone through that process, you've got an understanding of what you need to do, then this tour is potentially really good for you as well. Okay? If you're in year 12, you've never even looked at this, and you haven't started down the process of investigating sports scholarships, then I wouldn't suggest that you come on tour with us. Okay, I'd suggest you jump on our 30-day game plan. Go to www.usain30days.com. Jump in there, grab our 30-day game plan, fast track yourself through the process, make sure that you're eligible, make sure that's going to be right for you before you go investing in a holiday. Now, if you're 14, so you're grade 8, grade 9, it's a great time for you to be looking at at sports scholarships as an opportunity, but it's probably too early for you to be going on the tour in January. Okay, so again, do what was suggested with the grade 12 girls that haven't started looking at the process. Basically www.usain30days.com and jump on our 30-day game plan and fast track yourself through that process. Make sure it's right for you before you go investing money with recruitment agents and all of that sort of thing. If you're already with a recruitment agency, perfect. You want to come on tour with us, great opportunity. You want to be serious about your hockey, and you want to be seriously ambitious about your hockey. Okay, we don't want families and kids investing in this opportunity and this tour if you're just playing hockey for hits and giggles and you're just playing hockey at a junior level and you love it and you're having fun, but you're not really ambitious about it, certainly scholarship opportunities are available for you and they are an option for you, but I just don't want you investing in this tour unless you're really fired up about your hockey and your playing potential. Okay, family members and supporters, absolutely welcome to come on tour with us. I'll explain. We've got a really amazing tour group. You guys are going to love working with them. So we'll explain more of that as we go in the next couple of videos. So if you're younger, if you're younger than grade 10 and 11, just go to www.usain30days.com and jump on our 30-day game plan. That's going to be the best option for you. So in the first video, we looked at the 16 stages that are involved in getting a sports scholarship. And basically, our 30-day game plan and our tour is designed to fast track you through the first 9 stages. The tour puts this whole process on steroids for you. Okay, so we showed you what a day in the life of a student athlete looks like, how to find those, how to do searches on that. We even gave you links to a playlist in our YouTube channel. So, go and check that out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any videos that we put out. And now what we want to do is look at the investigation stage. There are free resources below this video for you to go through. We're giving you a sports scholarship recruitment guide. We're going to give you a tutorial on how to build a short list of universities or colleges that are likely to be right for you. And we're giving you direct links to the NCAA field hockey pages so that you can go and have a look at all the resources that the NCAA provides around field hockey. Okay, so to get all of that after this video, just scroll down to access those free resources on the buttons below. So there's 3 different divisions in the NCAA. The Division 1, 2 and 3, go figure. You can see them here in the menu. So again, the links we've provided you is going to give you direct access to all of this. So basically there's 1,117 colleges and universities in the NCAA system. Not all of them play field hockey. Okay, so there's over 260 college options for you to investigate. So that means there's a lot of breadth, there's a lot of width of opportunities for players at different stages of their hockey development. Okay, so there's a lot of flexibility and opportunity for lots of different players. Okay, it's not just about state level players or anything like that. There's a lot of, we talked in video 1, there's a lot of talented kids that are just flying under the radar because there's limited state team opportunities and lots of talented kids that are just missing out on these opportunities. And this sports scholarship process and going into an elite program allows you to develop as a player. And we'll talk about how a lot of Irish, Canadian, European national team players are actually coming through the Division 1 USA college system. The Irish team that ran second in the World Cup came from like 16th or 17th or like somewhere near the bottom of the ladder to run second in that tournament. Absolutely extraordinary. Had a whole bunch of girls that have been through the US college system. Okay, so Division 1, it's got your larger, more affluent universities. Every division has amazing resources, amazing college opportunities and education opportunities. Division 1 is probably the one that, with all the Ivy League schools in, a lot of the big name schools that you will have all heard of in the movies and that sort of thing. So most people know a little bit about Division 1, not so much about Division 2 and Division 3. Okay, so again, you can go in there, have a look at, you can click on this link below, you can go in there, have a look at the different divisions and different rankings and start to get a feel for the different colleges. Okay, Division 2 is the smallest of the divisions. Division 1, there's over 75 colleges in Division 1. There's about 30 colleges, don't quote me on that, give or take a couple of colleges in Division 2. When you're rattling off numbers on on webinars. I just don't want to be too prescriptive and specific. There's around that 30 mark. So Division 2 is the smaller of the divisions. Division 1 and Division 2 offer sports scholarships. Division 1, you can get full scholarships. Division 2 doesn't offer full scholarships, but there's lots of opportunities in Division 2, and it's a really good opportunity for the right player. Okay, so it's just about understanding the different divisions. And within each division, there's variations in teams and abilities and performances. So again, that's important to understand. We cover off a lot that in the 30-day game plan. So Division 3 doesn't offer sports scholarships. It's more academically based and academic financial aid. So don't discount Division 3. It's just there's a little bit more knowledge to be gained in understanding how Division 3 works and what the opportunities look like there. But Division 3 is the largest division with nearly 200 colleges in Division 3. So lots of variety, lots of versatility. Division 3 is, Division 1's an elite program, highly focused, big time commitments on sports, but you need to maintain your academics. Division 2, still elite programs, less intense around the number of contact hours during season. Division 3 has more of a balance between academics, community and sports. Okay, so it just depends on what you're looking for. Again, we could spend all day on each individual division alone. So in the interest of time, we won't do a massive deep dive, but we're giving you the resources for you to go and do your research and investigation. So, you've got over 260 odd colleges within field hockey that have field hockey programs. So if you're playing other sports, there's thousands of universities and colleges in the US. Not all of them have the same sporting opportunities or the same academic opportunities. So what we're doing is we're giving you a tutorial and on how to use this Big Future tool to create your shortlist of the types of colleges that might work for you. Okay, so the things that you need to think about when you're building your college shortlist, they're the things that we cover off on in the tutorial video. And you need an idea of what you're looking for in a college before you start contacting college coaches. You also want to know what you're not looking for in a college so that you can start to rule college options out. Okay, so the Big Future College Search is going to give you a whole bunch of tools that that you can refine your search on. To get a quick shortlist, there's probably only 4 things that you need to be thinking about. Location. Obviously, if you don't want extreme cold, then you don't want to be going into the far north of the USA. Okay. If you want on-campus accommodation available, then you can select that, and we talk through the accommodation options and how you refine that. Also, if you are right off the bat, you know exactly what you're studying, then you can basically go, yes, the college must have this particular degree. Now, the college system, the education system over there is incredibly flexible by comparison to Australia, and the ability for you to pivot and change your study options is far more flexible than in the Australian college and system. And you can do your homework around New Zealand. I don't know that market, but basically a lot of flexibility, and this is what makes it such a great learning environment as well, and a huge amount of academic support for you as a student athlete. And then you look at your sporting activities. So obviously field hockey is going to be one that you're going to need to include in your search criteria, and then you can select which divisions you want to shortlist. Okay, but we cover all of that off in the training tutorial. So now that you've had a look at what's on offer when you're a student athlete and you've started looking at what colleges might be right for you, the next thing is, how do you go about contacting coaches? And this is really critical, and there's as much art to this as there is science. Okay, so this is important, and this is going to be really important for you to do before you go on tour to the USA, and we'll explain why in the next video. You just don't want to be lobbing up in the US and playing games and hoping that someone spots you. You want to build relationships before you go. So this whole process that we're going to take you through over the months leading up to the tour is all about positioning you to get yourself ready to maximize the opportunities that are going to be available to you. Okay, so the next video, we're going to go through some of the do's, don'ts, and some of the insider secrets that you need to understand about engaging with coaches and building relationships. This is stuff that we had to find out from ourselves. The recruitment agent that we were with didn't tell us. The recruitment agents couldn't get us the scholarship offers that we were looking for, so we had to go it alone at the last minute. Unfortunately, we got a great opportunity for Georgia in that process, and it's the things that we learned along the way that we're giving to you. It's the reason we built USASportsScholarship.com, to raise the awareness of Australian and New Zealand athletes in the USA, because we are underrepresented in girls field hockey over there, and also to help provide far more value to any international student athlete looking to go over to the US, because there's a lot of traps and pitfalls that you can fall into, going through recruitment agencies, going through it alone. We've been through both, and it's the things that we learned that we're now imparting on to you. Okay, so I'm also going to share with you the 3 insider secrets about how the recruitment process really works and how you can avoid making the same mistakes we did. This is stuff that I learned when I was touring the States, going to universities, meeting with coaches, understanding how the system works, understanding how coaches do and don't work with recruitment agencies, and everything that we've learned along the way. Okay, so before you go, be sure to ask any questions in the comments, and we'll try and answer those in the future videos. And also, any questions, any comments, share this with your hockey friends. Don't just come alone, or if this is not right for you, it might be right for some of your other hockey communities. So make sure you're sharing these videos with your community. And if you want to get an email as soon as each video is released, and as soon as the tour details are released in the next couple of days, then just click on the Get Tour Details email to you button, pretty obvious, and pop an email in there. We're not going to spam you. We'll just shoot you out details around the tour, and then you won't miss out. You'll be first to know when we release the tour details in the next couple of days. So again, video tutorial on how to build your shortlist, sports scholarship guide, you can download it here, direct link to NCAA field hockey, and also a direct link to the video around our college search tools. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. Next couple of days we'll be releasing video 3. That's where we're going to give you all the insider secrets around what we learned dealing directly with college coaches when we went to the USA, and all the things that you need to be aware of, whether you're going it alone or whether you're working with a recruitment agency. Understand the challenges of both and how we can help you avoid some of those challenges. So drop your email in there, and we'll keep you directly posted as soon as everything is the next video and the tour details are released. Have a great day. Good luck with your sports scholarship journey.